Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to change the hardware ID or reset your hardware ID on your PC. Now you might want to do this if you've been hardware banned on a specific game such as Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone, etc. I've had to do it once or twice, and if you don't want to go out and fork out for a hardware spoofer, etc., this is another way of doing it manually, and you can do it for free. So to go through this process, you basically need to change the serial numbers of some of your hardware and the MAC address of your network card. Now if you don't understand what that means, you don't really need to worry about it as long as you're able to follow these processes. We also need to change some registry entries. Again, you do this at your own risk, you do all this process at your own risk. All I can show you is how to do it, and I can show that it works. So we're going to delve right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is change the serial numbers of our hard drives. I've got two in mine. So what we're going to do first is check what the existing serial numbers are of my hard drives. So to do that, we're going to go into command prompt. So we do that by clicking on the start button, typing in command, and then you can see command prompt. Let's drag that window into this desktop. From here, if we type in vol c colon and press enter, and from here you can see that as the serial number of vol c, which is my C drive. Okay, but I've also got a second drive, which is the D drive. So if I do vol D, you can see the serial number of vol D. You can see that I've already changed these because I've already got 4 8s, which is highly unlikely to have two serial numbers of two drives ending in 4 8s. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take note of them. So I'm going to open up Notepad. I'm going to take a note of both of those. So the first one, volume C, is 0F1C dash 4 8s, and volume D is 5176 dash 4 8s. I'm just going to minimise that now. Okay, I'll minimise command prompt. So all the software I will link to in the comment section. So the first thing I'm going to run is hard disk serial number changer, but you need to run this as an administrator. So right click, run as administrator. Click yes on the pop-up if you get one. And as you can see, I've got two hard drives, C and D. So I'd start with the first drive, which is drive C. You don't have to change all 4 of these digits. In fact, you can change any one of these. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to change the last 8 to an A, and then click change. You then get a confirmation message. Do you wish to change this disk serial number? Just hit yes. There you go. I'm going to ask you to reboot. So just click OK to that. I'm going to change drive D as well. Click A to that. So I'll change that to A as well. Click change. Click yes to that. Click OK. Close. So at this point I'm going to reboot, and you'll be able to see that the drive has changed with the serial number, so I'm going to reboot now. Okay, so I've rebooted, so now I'm going to check that my volume serial numbers have changed. So I'm going to fire up command again. Pop that into here. And here I'm going to type vol C. And as you can see, changed to 3 8s and an 8, and I'll do the same for vol D. That's changed to 5176-3 8s and an A. So that's my hard drive serial numbers changed, and that's this part over. So the next stage now is to change our MAC address on our network card. Okay, so the next step now is to change our MAC address on our network card. So what we're changing now is just the MAC address on the network connection that we are using to connect to the internet on the network device that we use to play our game on. Okay, so if you connect via wireless, you will change your wireless MAC address. If you connect via a network cable, we're going to change that MAC address. It doesn't really matter if you change both, that's fine, but you need to make sure you definitely change the MAC address on your primary connection that you're using to play with. On mine, I've got only a wired network connection on this computer, but if I say you're playing on a laptop, a gaming laptop, you might have a wired connection or a wireless connection, both on at the same time, so you need to possibly change both depending if you flick between both. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the first thing we need to do is make a note of our MAC address or MAC addresses that you need to change. So I'll show you how to do that. So first of all, we're going to go to control panel. So click on start, type control, go into control panel. If you need to get into this view, or if you're having trouble finding it, if you change this view by, sometimes it will start off like that, and I don't particularly like that view. If you change the view by to small icons, pop into network and sharing center. On the left hand side column, change adapter settings. From here you can see your network settings, your network adapters, sorry. So as you can see, I'm connected via my Ethernet cable. You might have wireless settings here as well on your wireless connection adapters. If you're connected via wireless and Ethernet, you might want to change both of your MAC addresses, so in which case at this point you need to take note of both of these connection MAC addresses. So to get the MAC addresses of these, you just double click, just drag this window over. From here you get all your details of your current connection. Just click details and you can see your physical address, and that number there is your MAC address. So just to be certain, just write that number down. So 02-E3-AC-59-4C, and then just save that. Okay, and then close that, close that, close that, close that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to run a program called Technitum MAC Address Changer, which I've already downloaded, and as I said, I will put the links to any of the software you need in the description below or in the comments below. So I'm going to fire this bit of software up. Again, right click and run as administrator. Click yes if you get the message pop up. And when it fires up, I'll just drag this over. As you can see, as actually detected, you'll get an Ethernet kernel debugger. That's as default. Ethernet 4, which is not connected, and I've got Ethernet. And as you can see what the link status is: up, non-operational, which means it's not connected; down, non-operational; and up, operational. Now at this point, you need to click use 02 as first octet of MAC address. Tick that button, or tick that checkbox. Click random MAC address, and from here you can click the drop down arrow. And if you have any particular requirement, you would like to choose a specific manufacturer or vendor of a network card, by all means go ahead and do so. I'm going to choose Samsung just because I can, and at this point it will tell you what MAC address you're going to change it to. So D587 is at the end, so I'm going to click change now. There you go, MAC address was changed successfully. Click OK, close that, and again at this point you need to restart your computer to make sure that the changes have stuck. So I'm going to reboot my computer, and then we're going to check to make sure that those changes have stayed. Okay, so my computer is rebooted, and now we need to check that our MAC address changes have stayed. So again, I'm going to fire up Control Panel. And Network and Sharing Center. Left hand column again, change adapter settings, double click on my network connection, details, D587, which is what it's changed to. Just to confirm, I'll move my old Ethernet MAC address, and there you go, you can see that it's changed, it's completely different, so our MAC address has changed. So I'm going to close all this now. And the next step now is to change our registry settings. Okay, for the next step then, we're going to change our registry settings. Now you can, as a matter of course, if you want to, remove your game that you want to apply these settings to. So if in the case of Fortnite, I've been told that you should remove Fortnite. For Warzone, I've been told you can leave it in. So it's entirely up to you. For Warzone, I've left mine installed in the past and it's worked fine. I don't actually play Fortnite, so I'm not aware if you do need to remove it, but I have been told you should remove it. However, if you do decide to remove the game, you do need to bear this point in mind, that you need to go into the C drive. So go into my computer or this PC C drive. You need to make sure that you have your view and hidden items checked so you can see everything on your hard drive. When you go into that, go into users, whatever you're logged into. So I'm logged in as home, and then you need to go into app data, local. Then for instance, if you're playing Fortnite, you would look for anything which is related to the Fortnite install. I'm not sure whether that would be, I think it's Epic, is it, for Fortnite? For Warzone, if you decided to uninstall it, you would need to delete anything to do with Battle.net and Activision. So you would delete both of those folders if you've decided to uninstall it. And if you do decide to uninstall it, you would do that via Control Panel. So again, start Control Panel, Programs and Features, find the game you want to uninstall. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare, right click on Install Change. If you've got Fortnite, find Fortnite, etc. Okay. So at this point now, I'm going to show you how to do the registry settings. And I must stress at this point that if you go down this route, you do this at your own risk. As long as you follow these instructions, I've done it several times, I've not had any issues with it whatsoever. So I'm going to guide you through this now. So to do these changes, you click on Start, type in regedit, and start registry editor. Click on yes if you say if you get a message asking do you want to allow changes to your device. I'll just drag this over. I'll just set this back to how you will see it, and you'll get a view which looks like this. So the first key that we want to navigate to, or folder at the first point, is this one. So H key local machine, so find that down the left column and expand that. Okay, the next one is system, so expand that, and then we're looking for current control set and expand that, and then the next one after that is control and expand that, and then we're looking for ID config DB, all one word. There we go, and it's there, look, and we're going to expand that. And then we're looking for hardware profiles, and that's there, look, so we're going to expand that. Now what we're looking for now are the folders labelled 0001, and in some cases you may have 0002. And inside 0001 and 0002, if you've got them, you will have a registry key called HW profile GUID. And what we're interested in changing is this figure, or this string, inside what I call the curly parentheses. So we're going to be changing that highlighted string. Okay, so to do this, we're going to generate a new GUID string, and we're going to do that by going to a web page. So I'm going to open up Google Chrome because I use that as my browser. Going to use a website called UUID generator, which has popped up there, look. So uuidgenerator.net. Again, I'll put the link in the comments section. And you've got several versions you can choose from at this point. And we're going to choose version 4 UUID generator. And in here we're going to choose the number 3. We're going to type in 3 in how many and then hit generate. And then just to make sure, hit generate again. At this point you can pick any one of these 3, and what we want to do is highlight one of them. I'll pick the middle one just for argument's sake. Highlight the whole string, make sure you highlight the whole string, right click and copy. I'm going to minimise that, don't close this just in case, just minimise it. I'm going to fire up registry editor again. I'm just going to bring it back into focus, and as you can see I'm still in that folder, 3 zeros and a 1, and I'm going to open up that key by double clicking, and I'm going to highlight that string in between what I call the curly parentheses, right click and paste to change that number. Okay, and then I'm clicking OK, and that has now changed. Now there is one more location we need to change, so what I'm going to do, I'll scroll back up to the top of the window and I'm going to collapse that system back up and HQ local machine. Okay, just so we can go back to the original status of it. So the next key we need to change is this one, so we're going to expand HQ local machine again, and we're looking for software. I'm going to expand that. Then we're looking for Microsoft, which is there, so I'm going to expand that. Then we're looking for cryptography, and there we go, it's there. And we're looking for machine GUID, so I expanded that there, I didn't need to, just need to click on it, and there it is again, machine GUID. And again I'm going to change that string, it's already highlighted, look, so I'm just going to right click and paste for exactly the same GUID string that I copied from that website, and click OK. And at this point we can close registry editor, reboot, and you're good to go and play your game. You've changed everything you need to do, and your hardware ID has now been changed and you're ready to play. And hopefully you enjoyed the video and it's done exactly what it needed to do, and if you liked it, please hit like. Thanks for watching.